Hello everyone. Welcome to chapter 158 of The Last Thoughts of a Busy Mind. And sorry about the noises, it's my phone. I forgot to put it on silent. and This one is titled Chapter 158, but at what cost? Question mark. Ooh. My drink today is another flavor of instant drink. You know, the radioactive shit that you put in water and just half a teaspoonful is enough for around 1 liter of water. So, that's that noise I can't help. Ooh. Okay, I'm recording this in a very peculiar situation. I'm in my room. It's around 7 a.m. on Friday. We have done an intensive editing session after an intensive 48-hour movie shoot that I talked about in the last week's episode. But we did it. It was intensive. It was full of drama. And honestly, I'm not going to really talk about it that much. I just can tell you that the director seems happy with the movie, which is always the best thing. At least that's what he told me. And he was happy with my performance. And I hope he wasn't lying. He's actually right now in the living room sleeping. And the editor and the camera... Well, I call him the cameraman. He was essentially the cameraman. My friend Mohammed is also sleeping in my room, literally right next to me. But, he's a heavy sleeper. And I also told him I'm going to record the podcast. And he told me to go ahead. That noise you heard, I hope it wasn't as big as it was here in real life. It's his laptop. So, I can't touch that. Anyways, let me take a sip of my drink. Wow, cherry. Anyways, why did I name this? But at what cost? Because, well, a while ago, around a year ago actually, I made an episode called We Made a Movie at Great Cost, which was about a movie that we made and all of the different dramas that went on it. And since then, we have been a part of, me and Muhammad, and in particular just the group, have been a part of several other movies and other projects as well, and just a lot of things have happened since then. And we have strengthened some friendships, and we have lost some. I've lost one when I was making my movie, and it seems like I've lost another one right now. And it doesn't matter. But what I want to talk about is the cost. I don't mean financial cost, because honestly, that's a whole other can of worms. How making movies is becoming rapidly expensive to the point that it's generally doesn't really make sense anymore. It never did, but right now it doesn't. And, well, we have a new president. Let's see how much he's gonna fuck things up. Anyways, in this week, for 48 hours, we were shooting a movie. I went to the location at 3 p.m. and some people went even earlier. Some people were awake from earlier. I woke up at around 1 p.m. and went to the location at around 3 p.m. and got back home 12 a.m. of the next day. And I didn't sleep at all during that period. And honestly, as I said in the last week's episode, it is kind of nostalgic to me, because that is the way I used to make movies back in my bachelor's day, back in Suve. That is how we used to make movies. Stay up all night, make the movie, edit it within 7 hours, and you have a movie. The thing is that those movies weren't really good. They lacked quality, things that nowadays we care about. I personally care about. I didn't used to care at all. I was showing old documentary that I made about the life of Brian to my friends, and they said, "Yeah, your voice work has improved." And I said, "Yeah, even my talking has improved because I was the presenter in that." And again, this show is a part of that. But yeah, it made me feel nostalgic, but at the same time, I have to wonder, but at what cost are we doing this? Now, the friendship that ended, and I'm hoping, I'm hoping to all gods, oh my God, that she apologizes and it'll be over. But I know she won't. So yeah, I'm considering this one doomed. And to be honest, this is where the cost thing again appears. We keep on to friendships that we actively despise. Friends whose attitudes we don't, fully want. Friends whose worldviews are not aligned with us. Friends who support genocide. Friends who support outdated right wing not job ideas. Friends who listen to Jordan Peterson. And when you have those friends, you have to wonder at what cost you're keeping with them. At what cost are you going to keep that friendship? Now, I'm one that I'm sure a lot of my friends can tell you, I will not ever break anything. Socially, I mean. I will always be the one who gets dumped. I will never dump anyone. I will always be the one who gets dumped. In friendship, relationship, parental figures, anything, career, in any social situation, I'm not the one who's going to break things off. I am going to let it peter out, but I'm not going to break things off. And to be honest, the events of the 48 hours of the movie shoot reminded me that at what cost I'm willing to keep some stuff. That is true for a lot of things. At what cost? But at what cost? But at what cost are we making the movie? For the movie, I had to play a character, and my character was depressed. Now, for those of you who have not been listening to this show at all, for the past 6 months, I have been depressed, and the depression has gone through ups and downs. Right now, I'm at a very, very rock bottom, sort of, because after what I'm going to tell you, I had to perform as a depressed character. Now, I am not an actor, despite what I might say in other places, despite my fucking bio on every social media say writer, director, occasional actor. I am not an actor, and I'm not a good actor at the very least. I can perform one character very well, and that is angry, loud, big guy. That character, I am Mario Brega of my generation. If you know who that is, I fucking love you. I'm serious. If you know who Mario Brega is, you have just earned my utmost respect. I will eat dinner with you, and you can choose where. That's how much I respect you. Anyways, I'm good in that sense. So in order for me to play like a calm character, I need to make myself calm. Like I had to be calm myself and then just say the lines of the character. Which isn't a good way to act. It's not method acting or any of that shit. It's just me not knowing how to act. So I'm like, okay, I need to feel that way. That's the way I can act. So if I need to play a calm character, I listen to calming music, I center myself, and I try to act calm. Now, like I am now, like I try to act calm right now because I am relatively calm. I'm very tired, I'm very sleepy, so that's easy for me. If I have to play an energetic character, I just drink tons of energy drinks. And they are not good for me either. But I eat tons of energy drinks and then I go in. If I have to play a depressed character, I have to make myself depressed. Now the problem is, I know I'm depressed, but I don't look like it because depression comes in many forms. In order for me to reach a version of depressed which conforms to the idea of, well, what I want to call fucked beyond emotions, which was the name of an old episode, by the way. I should have looked it up. Well, an old chapter was called Fucked Beyond Emotions, is where you're fucked beyond emotions. You don't show anything because you don't have anything left to show. For me to reach that space, I wrote a routine. It was a couple of key phrases, a couple of key moments in my life that have made me very depressed and anxious and, well, fucked beyond emotions. And I was listening to a few choice songs, which was, if you want to replicate that, Geriye Nakon by Ebi, Gol Sang, Hayede, and Booye Baran, Mohammad Esfahani, on a loop. I was listening to them. And for the really, like, high-end stuff, the last shot of the movie, which was me at my most fucked beyond emotion, I listened to The Dark is the Night, which is the Russian song. And oh my god, that song! If I kill myself, I'm gonna be that song. Sorry, I know I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. If you are imagining that, please seek help. It's not good. It's not good. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. And something tells me YouTube is not gonna like this one either. By the way, if you listen to this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I do like to hear from you. If you listen to this on any other app, Castbox for example, comment there. I have that app. If it's any other, email me at contactakamsa88@gmail.com. There is a link in the description. The email address, I mean. And anyways, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That's a mean thing and a bad thing to say. But yeah, I was doing that and I had 3 consecutive anxiety attacks. And then by the morning, I had a 40-minute long panic attack that I genuinely, I was worried I was having a heart attack, but thankfully it wasn't a heart attack, it was a panic attack. I thought I was going to die. But at that cost, I managed to give a performance that the director was happy with. Now, I'm not blaming him, by the way. Don't take me wrong. I'm not even remotely blaming him. It was me. I'm a bad actor. That's the thing. But in order for me to give that performance, instead of me going and learning acting skills, or at least a few simple exercises that would allow me to relax my face muscles to the point that I can command them to do what I do, I had to go and mentally fuck myself to the point that I couldn't feel anything. At that cost, I could give a performance. Was it worth it? I don't know. Now, at another cost, I was forced to keep a friendship where I had to walk on eggshells, not say what I wanted to say, not be myself, and always worry that at any second this friendship could end. And then, in a moment of hardship, I was having a 40-minute long panic attack, and the person in front of me was being an entitled little bitch. Sorry, again, I'm very bitter and very tired. An entitled little baby. Their friendship was harmed, and then it was ended, sort of. I don't know. It's very early, but I'm not seeing a payback. At least I'm not gonna back down this time, because that's what I did. That was the cost. I always back down. Anything she did wrong, I backed down. Anything she did that wasn't like to her specific desires, and she had it hands from at other people's, I backed down. And at that cost, I managed to keep a friendship where I wasn't happy. I didn't enjoy being near her. I didn't enjoy talking to her and like being in her circle. And I'm sure the feeling was mutual because she didn't contact me that often either. So at that cost, I managed to keep a friendship. But at what cost? That's the thing, though. We we get to choose what we pay for. That is the biggest lie we tell ourselves, that we can choose. But it's honestly, here's the sunk cost fallacy. When you put too many things, when it's costing you so much, when it's costing you your mental health, when it's costing you your ease of mind, your peace, and your everything, you keep on doing it at that great cost. You keep on doing it. You keep that friendship alive because, well, at this point, it's cost so much that if you let it go to waste, it's what was it all for? You keep that performance because, at this point, you fucked yourself. You're going to spend the next 3-4 days crying yourself to sleep. So, might as well go that extra mile and throw the last wrench into the body of the gears and think about death. Which is my biggest fear, by the way, if you didn't know. Maybe I will talk about it pretty soon. So yeah, when the cost becomes too much and you keep paying it and you choose to pay it, going back from it feels monumental. But it shouldn't, Damn, I'm depressed. I'm a depressed asshole. So yeah. We made another movie, and I still feel happy, to be honest, that I was a part of it. I'm glad. I want to thank Mohammad Reza for putting me in the movie. I genuinely want to thank him because if it wasn't for the movie, I think I would have had a much worse day. This week wasn't easy. But because I had the movie, I had something to think about, I had something to focus on. And even though at the end of it, there were few unpleasant memories, I still think I had a good time. In a sense that I was still doing something that I love in an industry, quote unquote, that I love. I was being part of something that I enjoyed. I was part of a movie making process, and I had good time when I think about it. When I look back at this movie, I think the biggest thing I will remember is the fact that my back fucking hurt a lot. But the second thing I will remember is how Mohammad Reza came to my room very happy and said, I like my ending. I like my ending so much. Because it's his first movie, it's his debut, and I remember that. I remember when I was making Auf Wiedersehen, my first movie, and I came to Hamid, who was sleeping in my room at the time of editing. We weren't living together or anything. I waked him up and I said, I really like the ending. When Christopher Lee laughs, one of my friends was playing Christopher Lee, and we go to my way. I really like that. And it's a feeling unlike anything. Like, there is nothing in the world like that one magical, one enchanted evening where you sit and you realize, oh, this shit that I'm doing, I actually like it. I'm actually proud of it. Even though it fucked me up. Even though it fucked me beyond emotions. That's what I like about the performance too, because when I looked at it, I realized, oh, I look okay for that character. I managed to give the emotion that I needed. And yeah, I probably for the next few days will cry. I will go on a trip on Sunday, by the way. More on that next week. But I will cry probably. I will hit myself a little bit. I will look up in the ceiling and don't know what to say. There will be moments where I will feel like the world is ending. But if I survive it a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, I will look at that performance and say, yeah, at that cost, I made something good.